Hey, this is Clay Nelson, Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour. Welcome back. Today's show is all about making you and your family a priority. And it was designed, this show is designed to have you talk about you a priority and your family a priority at Christmas time, but really it's globally all year round. What would it be like to actually make you a priority every single day of your life and still be able to make the difference that you make, do the job that you do, raise the kids that you raise, and be as healthy as you are? Would that be cool?
See, it's very cool. And you're right, it isn't just Christmas oriented.
No.
This can be every day of the year, and it can be for people who don't celebrate Christmas.
I keep every time. I mean, I've been through 62 Christmases. I'm 63, and 59 of them I've been really present to. The rest I was just Googling, and I gotta tell you, wouldn't it be cool if every day was Christmas? That the mindset is that we give it to another, we're honest with another, we forgive another. If we want to, we can buy gifts for someone or buy gifts for ourselves anytime, anywhere, all the time. What if we could think about everybody in the world like we think at Christmas time of people in the world? So what if Christmas was every day? Well, it'd be pretty cool.
Well, Clay, it's almost like Christmas because on the phone we have Carla, and she has a question.
Carla knows Santa Claus?
Oh,
all right.
It's great. Yeah, it's Carla.
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 In Carla, the best friend of Santa Claus?
Absolutely.
I knew she would call.
Well, just like I tell my kids, you don't ever know who is reporting to Santa Claus.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
boy, this really does sound like Mrs. Claus. Are you sure this isn't you?
Well, my question might really fit for the Clauses.
Well, okay, go ahead.
What do you do when you have a spouse, maybe Mr. Claus, who has a hard time setting aside commitments and want to for other people to actually slow down and be with their family?
Oh boy. Well, you have to. The first thing you have to do is get them to a place where they recognize that's where they're being, or that's who they're being, without getting defensive. Okay. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's pretty tricky, as you know, as a married woman to a male. Okay.
Yes.
Or to a significant other, however it works. It's all about getting straight. It's all about having them remember, time goes by, and it's like the time you have with your kids, the time you lose not being with them is the time you lose. You can't ever get back. It's the same thing being on the planet and being around Christmas time. If you're working through Christmas, what are you doing? Where do you stop the work? And it's a choice you make. So you have to get it to a place where they make a choice,
Well, and I think that's part of the problem.
Sure.
I don't think my husband feels like he has a choice. There's this need, to provide and make a living and maintain all these great things we have. But, we feel like we're paying a price in him not being here as much as we want him to.
Is it more about, you have a big family and he has to go be with people that he's somewhat uncomfortable being around? Or is it just about
It's just about having him here at home as much as we'd like to have him at home.
Yeah, so it's more of a habit he gets into. He's more familiar with his work world than he is with his stay-at-home, do-nothing world.
Yeah, and, our kids are small. We have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I can see where maybe it is easier sometimes to be gone than be home.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
Not that he doesn't love them, but...
Yeah, so even, caring, successful providers like your husband have things to learn. And one of the things he needs to learn is family is more important than employment. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, sacrificing family for employment, guess what? Your job doesn't care. Only your family does.
So how do I help him to see that, like you said, without making him feel wrong? I mean,
okay, here you go. You ready? Write this down. I need to ask permission to shoot straight. That gets his attention. Ask permission to shoot straight. Tell him that you love him. Okay, and then say, I'd like to have you around more during the Christmas holidays than you're here. How could we work that out? And how can we make it so it's fun and you could learn to want to without me asking?
Okay.
Now, and don't leave me in a place like, oh gosh, she's making me wrong again. Oh, I'm not doing it right. Oh, I'm not here enough. Oh gosh, how can I balance all of the demands at work and now the demands from my woman? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's really about just letting him see how much we want him there, not because we want him to do something. We just want to be with them.
Yeah, and say this to him, that you've never heard of anybody being hugged by a dollar bill. Mm-hmm. You can only get hugged by the people that you love, or some strangers.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it by the people I love me,
I would too.
You know what I mean? Hey,
I
got
would.
it?
Yes.
All right, good. Thanks for calling in. Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, Clay. Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, now, boy, that was a good one. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, where do we draw the line? You know, where do we step out of work, 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 work? Where do we step out of automatic? Where do we step out of, you know, where we're used to having our head not be where our feet are? Can you hear that one? I mean, they're at home, but they're not really at home. Or they're at work and they're not really at work. Or when's the last time you noticed you drove to work, you don't remember driving? Yow!
Scary.
Yeah. Or how about this? You think you heard Santa Claus on the roof, but you're not sure. Okay? That kind of thing. So it's all about really getting straight. Okay? So you need to give yourself permission to enjoy the holidays. Actually say, hey, these are the holidays. The world does shut down. Shut down with it. Or I tell you what, break the inertia. You shut down first. Let the world follow you. And the truth is, we don't know how to shut down. We only know how to work. And guess who's guilty of that? Me. I'm it.
Clay, while we're giving advice to people and to Santa here, as
Wait,
we
I just
found
thought
out
of
with the
something.
last
Do you think
call.
that
Yeah.
last caller was my wife? Oh, my goodness. I'm supposed to learn something here? Oh, God.
Well, even if it wasn't your wife, you could still learn something.
Can I
Yeah,
teach people
yeah.
to do what I don't do?
There's a quote here from George Moore I wanted
Okay,
to show,
go
and
ahead.
I think this works for anyone who is work. It says,
Yeah.
"A man travels the world over in search of what he needs and returns home to find it."
Yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. You know, a lot of times I've heard where people are completing their life and they just go, oh, darn, went the wrong way. Click. You know, so how about if you could learn to live your life and to be with people that you love the most and not have it be something that you should have changed and now you're out of time? I mean, it takes time to eat your favorite cookies. It takes time and a commitment and a family and a plan to go skiing between Christmas and New Year's. All right? And for those of you that are enjoying the holidays in a colder climate, it takes time to really learn how to build the most coolest snow fort. Or how about this? How many of you really know how to make snow angels in the snow? How many of you really know how to do that? How many know how to do it but don't do it anymore? How many of you adults out there haven't taught your kids how to make snow angels? Because you're just way too busy. Or how about this? How many of you have taken time to be a kid again just because there's white stuff outside? Or how about it's not white stuff outside? You can be a kid again in the sunshine. Whoa. Now there's a plan. What about giving yourself permission to have a plan for taking the time to be fully involved in everything that the holidays represent? What do you think about that? We could make the holidays an excuse. Whoa, now there's an idea. We get to go be with our family because of the holidays. We actually say to our boss, I'm going to take some extra time off because it's the holidays. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to take some time off. I'm going to be there. And guess what? I don't care if I do gain weight. I'll lose it. You know, a lot of people, can you believe that one? I've had people say to me, I don't like Christmas. And I go, why? It says I always gain weight. And I go, well, how, could you enjoy Christmas and not gain weight? Well, I haven't been able to yet. I said, there's your challenge. Merry Christmas. Yeah. All right. So now, so what?
Clay Nelson with a stocking full of truth.
Oh, yeah. Here, you know, here's a diet pill. Now, so now here's another quote. It says, Ogden Nash, a family is a unit composed not only of children, but of men, women, and an occasional animal, and the common cold. Now, that was something we just read before, but it makes sense. You got it? George Moore, a man travels the world over to search for what he needs, and he returns home to find it. We read that one before, too. Boy, I'm on a roll, aren't I? Lee Iacocca says, no matter what you've done for yourself or for humanity, if you can't look back on having given love and attention, all right, to your own family, then what have you really accomplished? Try zero. Understand? You're here to make a difference in yourself and then your family first, not at the expense of yourself, of your family. All right, I've got to go on a break again. You're listening to Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour. This is all about Christmas time, making you and your family a priority. And heck with Christmas time, how about lifetime, you and your family a priority? So get on back here. You're listening to Clay Nelson Life Balance Hour, KZSB AM 1290. Come on back.